Good morning again. How are you all doing out there today? Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to watch this live video or taking the opportunity to watch it on the replay. I want to talk about something that happens to us all. I don't know about you, but things scream out for my attention on a daily basis. So much goes on in life that says, hey, focus on me. Hey, focus on me. And you find yourself trying to focus on 100 things at the same time, but we know that that cannot happen. So I want to talk a little bit about how you can work through distractions. There is always going to be an interference somewhere, but how you can work through those distractions are what's going to make your life more profitable and allow you to cover more ground and be productive within your day and within your life. So first, I like to say you want to clarify and define what your goal is. What is it that you want to do? Let's just kind of surmise it to a day. Let us take the day instead of our lives. We can build upon that. Because how many of you know one step will make continual steps. So you first have to step out in order for you to see any form of a movement and progression. So let's take the first step of your day. How can you clarify your day? How can you define your day? What do you want your day to look like? You may say, you know what? I wake up in the morning. I get up around 8, 9 o'clock. What do I want to do for the full amount of my day? So I get up, I listen to some motivation, I pray, I read my word, I listen to music, I exercise. You may have a different regimented plan than the next person, but your goal has to be defined. So when you define your goal, any distractions that come in to try to interfere with whatever goal you set for yourself, you will be able to say, okay, let me step back and regroup so that I can make sure that I pretty much do what it is that I set out to do. So number one, you want to define your goal. You want to clarify what is it that you're looking to do? What is the outcome I'm looking to receive? So if there is an outcome that you're looking to receive, you'll know what distractions are, right? Distractions will require your time. It will require your mental energy. Some of us think on things way too long, right? And so we wind up wasting time on the distractions, and therefore we're never able to meet the requirements that we set for ourselves for the top of our day. So you want to define your goal. Your goal, like I said, it could be you exercising. It could be you getting up, praying, reading your word. It can be you working on that business plan. It can be filling out paperwork. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you set a defined goal and clarify it. Number two is to remain calm when distractions come. Many times when there is an interference, we get frustrated because we're on the right path. We're, this is what my day is going to be. We think that life will not get in the way. We think that nothing's going to come our way. And so therefore, everything is good. I'll talk about an incident this morning. I started live and I went live and my phone said, oh, it can't rotate. So I stopped and I deleted that video. Then I went live again and my son started knocking on the door. I said, oh my goodness, all of these different distractions based off of a live video that I want to do. Everything is coming right now. So I had to remain calm. I had to breathe in and breathe out and say, okay, I have a task that I have to complete. I already set a goal at the top of my day to say what it is that I need to do today, and I have to follow through with it. Sometimes when distractions come and it takes our attention completely off of what we define to the point that we never do what we set out to do. So distractions come to pretty much rob us of productivity. So if you don't want to be robbed of productivity, you have to set, number one, that clear goal. Then you have to remain calm when the distractions come. You don't want to be frustrated because frustration is going to lead you to a complete shutdown, to a point where you say, I'm not going to do this. Everything is coming against me. Maybe it's not for me to do, so I'll try it another day. Nope. That's where you're going to pause, you're going to regroup, and then you're going to continue. So you're going to pause, It's not a stop, because when you stop, you put it aside altogether. You don't even go back to it. You may say, I'll go back to it tomorrow and the next day. But let us be quite honest. When we say we're going to do something tomorrow, tomorrow might turn into next week turns into next month may turn into never, right? Some of us may go back to it, but then again, some of us may not. So you take the time to pause and to regroup. Think about again what you defined at the very beginning. Think about what you stated clearly, what you wanted to do. So if you didn't go to the gym in the morning, guess what? If you got distracted in the morning, get yourself back together and go in the afternoon or go in the evening. Never let the distraction defeat you. Never give in to the distraction so much so that you say, I quit. Never quit. You can pause, regroup, and get right back into it. I don't know about you, but our minds can distract us from so many different things. We know what we need to do, but our mind is crying out for that piece of cake that's over there. But you know, you have set yourself and said, I'm going to eat healthy. All right, I'm on a diet, or I'm doing this. Or you say, okay, I'm not going to watch TV during this hour. I'm going to pray, or I'm going to just have family time. And then what's there? You have electronics, you have the television, you have the phone. Everything is screaming for our attention. We're one person, but our mind tells us everything else is out there, but we have to focus our thoughts. We have to bring everything together, not to be branched out, because when we think on too many things, what tends to happen is we are now on an overload where we crash and we shut down. All that from a distraction, right? That one little distraction that came in now ruins our whole day. It ruins the moment. Some of us say my life is ruined off of a one distraction. But I'm here to tell you that there is hope, right? So let's follow these steps. You're going to clarify what your goal is. What is it that you want to see? Whether you're giving a speech and you say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a focal point. I'm going to look at the top of the people's head, but I'm going to deliver this message because the information that I have is very impactful and it's going to help them. It's going to encourage them. It's going to give them that jolt of energy. So that's my clarified goal, is to deliver what I need to deliver. So if I fumble, if I stumble, if I stutter, guess what? I'm going to make it all the way to the end. So that's what it is about. When you create a goal, you have in mind your end. You're saying, I'm going to make it to the end. A distraction is an interference. I'm not going to talk about sports and football because I have no clue what I'm talking about, but it's an interference. Have you ever been on your phone and you were in the process of doing something, or you were reading a book and you got a free trial? Somebody give me a comment and you're in the process and here comes an ad interfering what you're doing. Has that ever happened to anybody? That you're in the process of doing something and here comes something interfering with your day. Here is something coming to interfere with the clarified goals that you set for yourself. Maybe I'm the only one, but you have to clarify that goal. And then after you clarify that goal, you have to remain calm, because distractions will cause us to, we become anxious, we become nervous, we get the sweaty palms, we get frustrated, we start doing all different types of things, but remain calm. It's just an interference. It's just for a moment. It's not for a lifetime. So you have to tell yourself, I'm going to get through this. This is just something getting in the way. But guess what? I have it within me to overcome it. I have it within me to press through it. I have it within me to finish what I started. Then 3, you want to remain calm, of course, but you want to pause and regroup. You want to pause and regroup. Don't stop, because that's where we find ourselves a lot of times. I know I have in times past. I would stop for everything. Any distraction come, first I would get upset. Oh my goodness, I was on the path. I was right there. I was right in the process, and oh my goodness, this had to happen. I was having a good day. But if you can pause and you can regroup and you can think about what you defined at the beginning of your day. I love Dr. Cindy Trim. She has a book, Command Your Day, Command Your Morning, actually is her book, Command Your Morning. So you have to command what it is that you're desiring. You have that power. You have that authority to command. Yes, you have it. You have the authority to command what it is that you desire. Do you know, once I recognized that I had the power and the authority to command certain things, I just pushed through. I never thought that I would be doing live videos. That was one thing. My husband would tell me years ago, after I wrote my book, Life Lessons of an Overcomer, he said, babe, you have to go live. You have to promote. You have to do these different things. And I would sit behind the desk, or I would be in the car and I wanted to go live. But then there was that fear distraction. Fear is a huge distraction. Fear is dancing. It's, or it has that ugly face. Fear does so much, and it distracts us from what we really know that we can do, but for some reason we never do it, right? Because we talk ourselves up to it, but then that fear comes in to distract us. So I thought that I would never do certain things, but then I set my mind to do it. And when you set your mind to do something, you have to understand interference will come. But I said, I'm strong enough. I'm wiser enough, and I know that I have the power to command, so I'm going to command this thing. And you have that same power to command it, to say, I'm not going to let an interference cause me to stop. So regroup, pause, but keep going. A pause is just on hold. It doesn't mean that it stopped, but you have to be able to move forward. And then lastly, you want to maintain the focus. Maintain the focus until you finished what you started. You can do it. You can do it. Distractions were meant to come in, yes, to get us off course. But guess what? That's a part of life. Some things, it's just a part of life. You're going to revisit it over and over and over again. But isn't it good when you have now a strategy or a plan as to when it does come again? You say, I'm ready for it. You know your downfalls in life. You say, oh, they got me once. Or I wasn't prepared that time, but I'm going to be prepared the next time. And so that's what it's about. It's about being prepared for the next time a distraction comes in. The next time you find yourself, getting to a point where you're frustrated because an interference came. Interferences are going to come. I'm here to tell you that. But you're more powerful than the distraction. You're more powerful than whatever may come your way within the day. Set the goal. Be confident with the goal that you set. Know that you're more than able and more than capable of completing that goal. Distractions are going to appear just like fears. They're going to appear. Just like imperfections, they're going to appear. So many things may appear, but let us not focus on the negative, but focus on the positive. Focus on the strength that you're going to gain. Focus on the wisdom that you are acquiring. Focus on, just the tenacity that you have. Focus on the diligence and the discipline that you're going to have by focusing. It calls for discipline to focus because you're saying, I'm keeping my eyes on the prize. Nothing's going to deter me. When I went to modeling school, they taught us something about a focal point. When you were on the runway walking, and sometimes you may have those jitters and you see everybody in the crowd. You have this person on this side of the runway, another person, and then all the lights, the cameras, and the action. And so they say, get a focal point. And when you focus on that focal point, it's going to allow you to finish what you started. And so I tell you, I took that with me throughout life, having a focal point. My focal point is on the clear definition of what I set out to do. So whatever you set out to do today, tomorrow, or for the rest of your life, know that there is a focal point for each and every one of you. There is a focal point that you can focus on to get you to the complete end. So remember, clarify what it is that you have set for a goal, right? Be calm. Don't allow frustrations to enter in and to rob you of what it is that you're setting out to do. Regroup. Pause if you have to, right? Don't stop. Don't give up. Continue all the way through and then maintain that focus until you're completely finished. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to watch this video. I'm enjoying this at this moment. I thank you truly for those who take the time to watch the video, to share, to comment, to give me some interactions in any way. But I am here to be of service to you in your day and in your life. Hopefully You'll see me again next week on Tuesday. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day.